So it's been about a week since Blade came out in Honkai Star Rail. So today I just want to talk about how good Blade is now, currently, now that we've had some time to use him, see how exactly he performs, and then also just seeing if my expectations of him prior to his release still hold up today. So before I get into it, if you enjoy Honkai Star Rail content and want to see more content from me, definitely be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. So, for Blade, after going over his initial info, I definitely expected him to be a good damage dealer. Also, with him being on the destruction path, I was very interested in that because the destruction characters we have so far, I mean, outside of the Trailblazer, they tend to have certain mechanics when it comes to HP or just like being hit in general. Like Arlen gets stronger the more damage he takes. Then Clara has her counters. I honestly don't remember Hook off the top of my head, but because just like most of the destruction characters have that kind of aspect to them, I was interested to see how Blade is going to perform. And Blade's no different. Obviously, he sacrifices his own HP to increase his damage, and he, my expectation of him to be a damage dealer, he has certainly not disappointed. He is very much a really strong damage dealer option. Like if you're looking for a good damage dealer, I definitely think Blade is a solid choice. Again, as I've said in multiple videos, if you don't like the playstyle of sacrificing your HP and turning that into damage, then he might not be the best character for you. But even without that, like if you have a good healer built up, I think he'll do just fine. I think especially if you have Luocha, your Blade is going to perform really well, no matter what. And you probably won't have to worry too much about him dying because of just Luocha's insane healing. So, yeah, Blade I think is definitely going to be very solid for a lot of players, which is great. I'm still not going to pull for him because I'm saving for Kafka, but I do think that so far they really have not been missing too much with all of the limited 5-stars. I mean, obviously, characters are going to be better than other characters, but a lot of the characters in this game, and Blade is no different, are still very solid and very much going to be runnable for a long time. And I also do like that Blade's kit, with him just being a damage dealer, even though he's destruction, that allows a lot of characters to work very well with him because characters will have certain aspects to them that will help Blade do even more damage or just like sustain himself throughout the fight. Like every healer from now till the end of time is going to work well with Blade. Some of our Harmony characters are very good with Blade. Mainly, I know Bronya is going to be really good. Asta can be good for to increase his speed. Then debuffer is going to work well as well because lowering defense with like Pella is going to be able to make Blade do more damage. So yeah, there's just a lot of good that Blade is going to be able to do in Star Rail for a lot of people, and I definitely do think he's in a pretty good place right now. But the one thing I do want to comment on is his game state is probably going to stay, a little bit stagnant. For two reasons here. Firstly, because his kit, in terms of like how it works, is relatively simple. It's just he sacrifices HP, he does more damage, right? And that's not a bad thing at all because his damage is really good, and you're going to be able to clear a lot of the content in the game with a like decently built Blade. But also the fact that the landscape of Star Rail is going to change in the second half of 1.2 when Blade's banner goes away and we get Kafka, because Kafka is going to bring the age of DOT actually into the game, because we have Sampo, there's some DOT here and there, but it's going to like completely I think it's going to completely overshadow normal team comps for a while. So that's definitely something to look out for. Although if you are summoning for Blade, you're not really going to be you're probably not going to be focusing on DOT as much, since if you're free to play, you probably won't have enough summoning currency for Kafka. I mean, if you get lucky, then good for you, right? But I do think that if you're in terms of like 1.2 characters, it's very much a playstyle thing. for like which one is going to be more valuable for you to summon. If you like the HP drain and just buffing your damage up and having a more like traditional team comp, then Blade is going to be really good for you. But if you want to try that DOT playstyle, you want to have all those numbers pop up, which honestly, if you use Path of Nihility in the simulated universe, it's really satisfying. So yeah, if you want something like that, then Kafka's Banner is gonna be better for you. But no matter what, even though the state of the game in terms of like what people are running might be changing soon, Blade is and is probably gonna stay for a long time a very strong win DPS option, and kind of basically gonna make Dan Heng a little bit irrelevant, just because people are gonna be running Blade. And for people who have Blade, they're going to be using him because he's just going to output a lot of damage and probably just be better in most, if not every, situation. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Blade so far. Now that it's been a week, I definitely think he's very strong. I've enjoyed using him more than I expected, but then again, I've been using him mostly in the event with the Luocha, so I mean, his health wasn't really that much of an issue for me. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought of what you think of Blade so far. But with that, I'm going to end it off here. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all next time.